How's it going, Dopamon fans? If you've been following along, you know we've been predicting rosters for the 2022 Olympics in Beijing, and today we've reached Slovakia. If you haven't seen them already, we've done Canada, the United States, Sweden, Finland, Russia, China, Denmark, and Switzerland. We've done them all so far. We got one left after this. Uh, so go check them out if you haven't seen them already.
Yeah, and uh, as usual, if you enjoyed this video and any of the others, leave a like, really helps out our channel, and subscribe for more dope hockey content. We appreciate it.
And of course, already named to the roster was goaltender Jaroslav Halak and 2D Andrej Sekera and Erik Cernak. I'm gonna get started with our goaltenders. So of course, named was Yaroslav Halak. For backup, we have Branislav Konrad, and for the third, we have Adam Huska. Konrad in the Czech League in 2015 and 17-18, he had the most shutouts in the entire league. He's super popular in the Czech Republic. He's definitely a guy that they want representing the country. And Adam Huska is a seventh round pick by the Rangers in 2015. He's currently playing in the AHL. He's the next best Czech goaltender, in my opinion. So that's why we have him.
Yeah, and we should also mention off the top here that Team Slovakia was involved in the qualifying for the Olympics, so that tournament happened in August, and a lot of this lineup is going to be similar to what we saw in the
Mhm.
qualifiers. Less so than the Denmark team that we just did. Most of that team is coming back. Only a couple guys were different. This team is a lot more so, especially on defense. A lot of the main guys weren't there, but some of the depth pieces will be the same as the
All
qualifying
right.
round.
Did you want to show them the
Yeah,
Olympic qualifying team?
I
I
have a
forgot to.
graphic. These were the lines for Team Slovakia. So Conrad and Huska were there. Part of Alex's goaltenders there, and obviously Halak is a starting guy. But these were our lines. A few of these guys will obviously be still in part of the team. We'll reveal those in a second. But yeah, Martin Marincin, first line defenseman for Slovakia. Anywho, for our first defensive pairing, we were debating which order to put all these guys in. I like what we did here. We got Martin Ferrarvi and Erik Cernak. Uh, Ferrarvi was as a minutes eater a little bit for the Washington Capitals right now. Very good defenseman, and Cernak has done amazing in Tampa Bay in the last couple cup runs that they've had. Good defensive pair here. I don't know if we're gonna get a whole lot of offense from the defense in this tournament, but hopefully these guys can at least help shut down the opposing forwards here.
Mhm.
Good skaters too, both of them. Cernak even for his size.
And for the second pairing, we have on the left Andrej Sekera and on the right Christian Jarosz. Jarosz, a former Ottawa Senator, he's really fast. He was the fastest on the team, but he never learned how to translate that speed to offense and kind of plays an old school kind of game that really fits with older D partners. That's why in the qualifier he was paired with Martin Marincin. So I think that Sekera would have been a good partner. He's an older guy with veteran leadership who was named to the team. Just because you're named to the team doesn't mean you're going to get top minutes. He can play a second line kind of role. Might even be a little bit of a third line kind of role because it's a pretty good third line we have too.
Yeah, I this is my favorite out of every line that we've done so far. We've done this is our 11th team
11th
prediction.
team.
This is I hope this happens. I don't know if it will. Uh, both of these guys you'll see in a second. We have on our third defensive pairing the 44-year-old Zdeno Chara and the 17-year-old Simon Nemec. Simon Nemec is going to be a guy who's going to probably go top 10 in this upcoming entry draft. And Zdeno Chara is Zdeno Chara. I don't know if Chara will go, if he's interested. I tried to search for it on Google, whether he said anything about it in the last few months about his Olympic participation. Couldn't find anything. If he's there, this might be one of the biggest age differences as far as pairing on defense ever in a major tournament like this.
Hmm.
And both these guys I think would also, from a hockey perspective, complement each other very well because Nemec is a guy that likes to move the puck. He's very fast, and Char is obviously now that old school kind of stay-at-home defenseman at this point in his career, but can also has a cannon to go along
Hmm.
with that as well.
Yeah, Chara's always had a partner like Nemec, which leads into our fourth line. On the left, we have famed former Leaf Martin Rinson, and on the right, Peter Treznack. Treznack was a sixth round pick in 2011. He's 6'3" and has great reach, puts up a lot of points, and he put up a lot of points in the qualifier as well. I can see him maybe bumping Nemec out potentially, depending on how it goes. I can even see Marinsson bumping out Chara if Chara doesn't play. So this is a pretty interesting collection of D we have
Yeah,
here in Select.
very up in the air the bottom
Hmm.
pairing for us. I think the top four is pretty set as far as we're concerned, but the bottom pair could be any two combination of these four guys for us. It's will they bring a 17-year-old to to the Winter Olympics? Is it time for him yet? We'll see. First line, I like this first line. We got Thomas Tatar, Adam Ruzicka, and Richard Panik. Um, Tatar not having a great year so far. I think he's only got 3 assists in 7 games. Ruzicka playing with the Stockton Heat in the Calgary Flames system. And Panik is getting older, but he's still got a little bit of speed left, little skill left in him. But I like Adam Ruzicka. He's a really little bit of a prick out there as far as centers in hockey. And I watched him a little bit playing the Toronto Marlies at the end of last season, and he was really hard to play against from what I could see, and a good fit here I think for guys like Tatar and Panik.
Hmm. Yeah, I think we mentioned earlier you thought he was an older guy, just how experienced he kind of looked on the ice or something. He just had a
Yeah, he's only I
some,
think
yeah,
23
yeah,
years old.
yeah, that shocked you. So for the second line on the left, we have Peter Sehalarik. Might be saying that one wrong. I tried EP. Thank you. Down the middle, we have Marek Hrivik, and on the right, Thomas Yurko. This was the top line in the qualifier. Sehalarik and Hrivik were both having great seasons in the KHL. Both have AHL experience. Hrivik was alternate captain of the IIHF World Championship team last year. He was an alternate captain in Hartford in the AHL. He was captain of the qualifying team this year. I think brings great leadership and experience. And a guy like Thomas Yurko, obviously we know he can, he can score at the NHL. He's not putting it up right now. He's currently unsigned. Last played for Vegas, but I think that he can. This line here is like a borderline NHL line, and I think that this is kind of, solidifying their top six as a team. That this is it. They all have good North American experience and can score at the AHL level, so they might actually compete against an NHL team that maybe overlooks them as a scoring line.
Yeah, good AHL line for sure with these
Hmm.
guys. Third line. Third line, we got a set of brothers here playing together. We got Christian Pospisil, Martin Pospisil, and on the right, Robert Lantosi. Um, the Pospisil brothers are 25 and 21 years of age, I'm pretty sure, yes. Uh, Christian, I believe, I'm just going to check that now, double check. Yeah, he played 2 games with the Toronto Marlies in 17-18, so that's how I recognized him. Pospisil hasn't been over here. None of these guys have really been in North America very long. In 2019-20, Robert Lantosi played 50 games for the Providence Bruins with 11 goals and 31 points, and then went back overseas. Decent players. They played together a little bit throughout the qualifiers for Slovakia, and yeah, I think this is a solid third line. Hopefully, the brothers can get some chemistry going.
And on the fourth line, on the left wing, we have Juraj Slavkovsky, another 17-year-old, Libor Hudacek down the middle, and on the right side, Marian Studenic, or Studenik. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it's Studenic. He was a fifth round pick in 2017 for New Jersey. He's playing on the fourth line right wing right now for New Jersey. He's a big offensive guy, but kind of lacks consistency. Hasn't really found it yet. Hudacek, he's a really fast skater. He's got good puck skills. He's represented Slovakia a lot. And I think he could really be the one to tie this line together because you have Slavkovsky on the left, who's a great mix of size and skill, but kind of lacks some defense, which could like bite this line a little bit. But with Hudacek down the middle, I think it's a really stabilizing presence that can bring two younger players to bring out the best in them. And on a fourth line, that could be pretty good because Slavkovsky has obvious NHL upside. Studenik goes well. So I don't know. No, I like this line. It could be a pretty good fourth line. They might surprise some people.
Absolutely. And just as our extras here, we got David Griezer and Marco Dano. Marco Dano has the most NHL experience out of the kind of bottom six guys on this lineup. Did play in the qualifiers, had 0 points in 3 games, but has the NHL experience over in Columbus and Colorado and Winnipeg, for the most part. Winnipeg played in Chicago too, actually. But yeah, smaller guy. He's 6 foot, but he's on the weight wise, his plays a little smaller. And David Grieger is a center winger, 26 years old, shoots right. Kind of a journeyman 26-year-old. He's kind of been all over the place in the Czech league and Slovakia league. He's never been in North America, but is played in the qualifiers and played pretty well. Could be a good extra. Has obviously experience down the middle, which a lot of teams need in an extra forward. So that's it. That's our
Uh,
Team Slovakia predictions. Let us know what you thought from the comment section down below, and who, if anybody, we missed. Do you think Zdeno Chara and Nemec are going to play? That'll be an interesting, interesting pair if they
yeah,
do. Do you have anything else, Alex?
yeah. A couple honorable mentions.
Oh, that's
We
right.
have Jan Kjakovic, and then Martin Kromiak. I'm a huge fan of Martin Kromiak. I kind of wish he was good enough to be on this roster, but maybe not. And we'll see though. Uh, Other than that, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Peace.